Oh, I got some powerful messages. I do indeed. I went to Walmart this morning to get my tires, and oh my gosh, wasn't that a treat? Wasn't that a treat? That was such a treat. Bless the men's heart that helped me order my tires. Help me order my tires. You know, it's so funny. I'm to that point in my season. Like, it's F around and find out. Like, if you're acting funny in front of me and I know you're doing it intentionally, I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna call you out. So be prepared. I do indeed. I straight do. I do indeed. My little community. Because I'm fully aware of all the rumors that got spread in reference to my addiction in my community. But that's how egregious these people, these said people, my little Jezebels, my little victim mentality operate. They couldn't come at me with some facts nor proof. They had none of that. They had to smear me and create a humiliation ritual based off my addiction to cover everything they were doing in the dark, trying to set me up to go down for what they were doing. And here we are, almost 2 years later, still at the same song and dance. Where's the proof, baby? Where is that? You can't use people's unfavorable seasons against them. First of all, when you don't even know them, you've not even shared one conversation with them to truly get to know them and their story and their side of the story, right? And you have no idea the choices that were provided to them during that season of their life. No, because they left all that out. Well, I'm here to share my side. All right. So anyways, that's where I'm at. So if I see you in public and you're coming at me some sort of way, be prepared, because I'm going to, I'm discreet about it. I'm discreet and I'm very loving and enduring about it. I just said, do you got the sniffles? Do you have the sniffles? Is everything okay? So that said, it came to me. So in my family, I have a lot of Jezebels in my family. I've come to realize that. And most of them are women. Bless the men's heart in my family. They drew the small straw. They did indeed. They straight did. And then there's me. But there's a lot of Jezebels and there's a lot of victim mentality up in my family. No doubt. And, for entertainment purposes only, I am ashamed of my race of people, ethnicity wise, the white people, and how they've treated me. And it amazes me to see the grossness when I walk outside my door, to see what the African American community goes through, and not only myself. 99% of the people that attack me and have attacked me are white. Go figure. They're privileged and they're white, and they think they're above everybody. Go figure, right? Yeah. And so I feel disgusted and disappointed to be a part of that said community at this point. Now, again, I'm not saying all of them. I don't think the whole entire white race is after me by any means. However, I'm talking about those that took it upon themselves to completely demolish my life and spread said rumors and humiliation ritual and do the most, all for greed, power, and money. And it stems with my family. And they're white. They're white. So I'm just saying that a vast majority of those on the side that have taken it upon themselves to, come at me in said ways, right? 99% of them, when I'm out in public, it's white people. The African American community, the Spanish community, the Mexican community, they're all very good to me. They're very nice. Very, very nice. So, call it what you may. It sucks. It sucks to say that, but it's the truth. For some reason, there is said people out there that think that they're above people and think that they can play God in people's lives. So, seeing as I've had my family dictate my strings and where I can go in life, right? The last like decade of my life, from my marriage to God knows everything else outside of that. They've also played a big part when it comes to my ex and I, right? And I'm fully aware of that. For some reason, I have a family filled with people that just run on manipulation, control, false authority, division, religious masking, and refusal to repent. That's pretty much what that pretty much puts in a nutshell what I got flying in my family, which all underlines the Jezebel spirits. Jezebel spirits. So I only have my father who's alive and my uncle. All other men have passed away in my family. The women have got the best of them. They surely have. And bless my father's heart, he's just kind of floating through life. Bless his little heart. He is indeed. I love my father. I've always been a daddy's girl. I love my father. I do indeed. I know that he doesn't have a lot of pull in this family. It's controlled by, well, if it's not my father, who else is it controlled by? You do the math. I pose you guys to be smart people out there, right? So you do 2 + 2 = 4, right? Let me again read that. All right. Manipulation, control, false authority, division, religious masking. That's the beautiful part of it. They all consider themselves religious people. They really do. It's crazy too. It really straight is. Refusal to repent. Pride makes it hard to admit fault. The spirit thrives on denial and blame shifting. Blame shifting, baby. Blame shifting. That's all they do all day. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm glad you feel you're getting to the other side of it. Completely ignore the fact that I said anything about corruption. It's straight freaking hilarious. Victim mentality is different. It's not about domination, but self-preservation gone toxic. I wanted to break down the victim mentality. I did. Traits and patterns. It's really important to pick up on these things. It really is, because people that play the victim mentality have a really good way of sucking you in, thinking that they love you, they support you, but with conditions. Constant helplessness, believes life is always unfair and stacked against them. My gosh, I hear that all the time. Attention seeking. They don't want anybody to rise above them. No. Gains validation by staying in a place of woundedness. Absolutely. Avoidant of responsibility, accountability, blames others for every circumstance instead of owning choices. Straight up. They will take it to the grave as to the horrendous things that have been done in my family. And the magnitude of unlawfulness. It's insanity. And my previous company that I worked for is all entangled in that. And see, as soon as I resigned, the control was lost. That control. And see, they thought they were going to be able to take me down and set me up for dirty things that they were doing in the back when it comes to insurance and all this crap, right? By forgery and all this stuff, right? And so seeing as that didn't pan out, then after I resigned, they took it upon themselves to all cooperate and come in together to straight attack me on every single front, to where I went so far down in the hole that I took my own life, or walked into a said trap that they set me up in, to respond in a certain way, act crazy, do all these things to corroborate all the lies they told. And that's literally what I've been walking through the last 2 years of my life. But see, this dates back to my entire life in different ways. See, the only time that I ever felt safe was when I was with my ex. I actually felt safe when we were together. And then when I would stay with my grandma and grandpa, right? And then my uncle. It's so crazy, but that's the truth. Truly felt safe enough to be my true self. You know? And so call it what you may, but that's just the true cycle of pity. Man, they live in pity. Pity parties. Dependency. How they intersect in women. Jeez, I can pick up a Jezebel spirit. Control through power. They try to control me. You lost that. Babies. Sorry. I see through you. Victim mentality, control through pity. Both can manipulate environments, one being dominating, the other drawing sympathy. And that's the thing, is they've mastered being both, dominating and sympathetic. Like, it's just crazy. It's absolutely insanity. When you step outside of the box and you see the big picture, you're like, wow, this is crazy. Anyway.